followed us in the part 1 of this video, I want you to pay attention. There are so many things that is going to unfold in this part 2. It is interesting. I want you to watch and also learn from it. Let's watch.
If he does not get a vasectomy, it's the end of you and me, okay? I've had 6 children. I am tired. He said that he doesn't believe in birth control. He don't even believe in condoms.
The wife revealed that her weight doubled after childbirth. And what the judge said changed everything.
That the real reason that he keeps getting me pregnant over and over again is because he wants to control me. He doesn't want me to have any freedom. The comments he would make, and then knowing that he wanted sex right when I was fertile, it makes me think that he just wants to keep me barefoot, pregnant, and under his thumb. Because I had to quit my job. You know, I gained all my weight back, just like he probably wanted that.
What the judge said changed everything.
No, Your Honor.
I want to hear from you, Mr. Brown.
But the husband said he loves his wife. He believes in his role as a provider and went further to say that intimacy is part of marriage. He refused birth control because of his faith.
I'm simply seeking intimacy from my wife. I'm not sabotaging, no manipulation, none of that's happening. I'm just seeking intimacy with her. All right, when she started teaching and got pregnant, I supported her. I always supported her for teaching. And when she got pregnant and she went home, I stepped up for that as well.
Mr. Brown, you seem to think financial support is...
The judge warned him that he may not be sabotaging her, but he is not really helping her either.
The begin and end all of your support for your wife. But your wife will be a much more vital woman to you if she feels good about herself. She'll be a much more exciting woman for herself.
She said she went from 125 kg to more than 200 kg and felt that her husband was not supporting her. He would even bring food when she was even trying to lose weight.
I was 125 pounds. And so then I gained weight after having children and I was 225 pounds. And so I wanted to feel like myself again. He sabotages any and every effort I tried to make to work on myself. I was doing intermittent fasting and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get this weight off of me. And so he knew that I stopped at 6 p.m. All of a sudden he says, hey, I wanna take you out. I have dinner reservations at 6:30. And I invited our friends too. So now if I say no, I'm gonna look like the bad guy, right?
The judge warned him that he may not be sabotaging her, but he is not really helping her.
Mr. Brown, why would you make a dinner reservation at 6:30 when you know your wife is not supposed to eat after 6?
Your Honor, simply because that's when my friends were available.
Who give a damn about your friends? I'm sorry. I don't care nothing about your friends.
And yeah, it gets even worse. We get to the restaurant and I say, you know what? I'm gonna go there and I'm just gonna socialize, right? I just want water, that's it. All of a sudden, he's ordering all my favorite foods. All right, he gets the cactus blossom, and so then he gets the
Mr. Brown, you try to sabotage her. Don't even try it.
No, Your
yes,
Honor. I just want her to feel appreciated.
Mr. Brown, you know good and doggone well, if your wife is sincerely trying to maintain her weight, you should be the supportive person, okay? Why would you take her to her favorite place, knowing that she's only going for socializing, but then order all the favorite foods? That doesn't sound supportive to me. That just sounds passive-aggressive.
Your Honor, I thought I was supportive because she said I don't take her out. She's with the kids day in and day out. I'm like, hey, all right, this is a perfect time. I didn't think it was a big deal for one day.
It's a big deal. She almost died during the birth of your last child. After 4 children, she came to you and said, it's enough already. Let's pull back. Don't you want her to take care of herself?
The judge made it clear to him that his wife is not his property, that her health matters. And if things don't change, if the man doesn't change from his not encouraging his wife to have good health, and at least have rest from too much sex, which is really affecting her health from her complaint that the marriage could end.
At some point.
Well, Your Honor, I do. I mean, there's business ventures that she wanted to do, and I provided for that. She did 4 business ventures, all right? First, let's start off with the quails. I spent $1,000 building cages on that for her, for a business that she wanted to do. On top of the other 3 with the garden, I bought $500 in tools and soil, and got washed away with the weather, scents and candles, $200 on that to the sensimeter nurses. So I don't want her to think about sabotaging, because I don't. I do not. I support her. I supported that always, all right? And in terms of condoms, look, the thrill is not there for that, all right? I don't like barriers. The only walls I want to feel are hers.
Mr. Brown, I know that you don't like the concept of condoms, but if you like the concept of sex, you're going to have to figure out a compromise, because your wife does not want to have any more children. You're going to have to do that. And let me be real clear. This woman is susceptible to cardiovascular disease at this age. She has to take care of her health. You should be the one fighting for her. Come on, Mr. Brown. You may not be actively sabotaging, but you sure as heck are not actively helping.
At this stage, the court has to invite a counselor who will handle both of them, since she saw they are not willing to divorce. A counselor stepped in and said something powerful, that using religion to control your wife, your partner, is not love. That faith should bring peace and not pressure.
This is not my area of expertise. That's why for marriage counseling, I really wanted to call in one of my team members to help me. And so I asked Briggs Stearns, who is a ordained minister and a wellness marriage counselor. He's going to join us virtually to give us a little insight, with your permission. Let's ask the witness to join us.
Hello, Judge Starr.
Hi, Mr. Stearns. You actually have a degree in biblical counseling. This has been your life's work.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
To utilize the word and connect it like Christ in culture as it relates to relationships. Is that correct?
Absolutely, to make scripture more practical to everyday use.
Well, I appreciate that so much, because I wanted to get your assessment of what the problem is. Can you give me some analysis, please?
A counselor stepped in and said something powerful.
First, I would say it's quite a bit of selfishness going on. You know, the Christian faith, that's the foundation of it, sacrificial love. My brother, Mr. Brown, I love you, my brother, but weaponizing your faith by using scripture to get what you want, that's not healthy for your wife. It's not healthy for you, the husband, and especially not healthy for your children. You want to show them a godly leader who understands when he's using scripture that he's doing it for the sake of uniting the family, bringing the family together. Faith should bring you together. It shouldn't be used to control nor divide.
So what advice do you have for this particular Christian family that's struggling with their faith and family planning? Because they want to be active and loving and romantic, but let's be practical. 6 kids in this date and time, that's enough and a lot.
A counselor stepped in and said something powerful.
Yes, ma'am, absolutely. And I'm 100% with keep the spiritual, making sure you don't forsake the practical, right? So spiritually, pray together. Don't just pray, oh, God, fix my wife, or God, fix my husband. No, pray together as a family. Prayer has an amazing way of uniting us, even when the prayers aren't answered in the way we think they should be. Now, that's the spiritual part. The practical part is seek wise counsel. Proverbs says there's safety in the multitude of counselors. So seek wise counsel from your health physicians. I hear there are some health concerns. Talk to your doctors. Talk to your leaders at church. Talk to other counselors who you trust. But it has to be wise counsel, and you should do it as a unit, not individually.
A counselor said something powerful.
Conflict in the context of Christian marriages presents an opportunity for growth if both individuals are willing to humble themselves and truly, live out what it means to be Christ-like. And brother, let me tell you, if you want your wife to be amazing in the bedroom, support her emotionally and watch what happens.
The judge made it clear to him.
Mr. Stearns, I am going to ask you to take on the responsibility of a session with Mr. and Mrs. Brown, if they would agree, so that you can at least start them down this path. Would you agree to do that, sir?
Yes, ma'am, I will be honored.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Stearns, and thank you for bringing that word today. Brilliant. Did what Mr. Stearns say make any sense to you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Would you be willing to work with him and your wife in coming up with a solution and a compromise, and more importantly, a unifying goal for your family? Would you be willing to do that?
I would be willing, Your Honor. 'Cause I want to walk here with this beautiful woman, so I would, Your Honor.
Mrs. Brown, would you be willing to sit with Mr. Stearns to start on this path?
Is Mr. Stearns going to mention this vasectomy? I was just curious.
Because I just need to know, because you have every right to say what I need to move forward is I need a definite plan about birth control. You have every right to say that.
At first, I felt like I didn't want counseling. I just wanted him to get a vasectomy. But after the gentleman blessed us with those beautiful words, I'll be willing to work with him.
Mr. Brown,
The judge made it clear to him that his wife is not his property, that her health matters, which is really affecting her health from her complaint that the marriage could end.
have these divorce papers, and I was about to ask Mrs. Brown, would you like me to serve them? And if she asked me to serve them, I would. And that's why I've kept them up here, because I want you to understand this is her decision. This may be a faith-based marriage, and you all may have fallen in love, and you may be walking in the path that you think that Christ wants you to walk in. But what God has joined together, let no man put asunder. That does not mean that you need to stay in a situation that is not healthy for you. And if this is not healthy for her, she is not your property. She is your wife. She can walk
Yes, Your Honor.
on her own. She can get her body back the way she wants it. She can raise her children, learn to co-parent with their father. She can go back to work because she is a strong, independent, faith-based woman. That's who you marry. And if you don't respect that strong, independent, faith-based woman, you're going to lose her.
What I see here is very simple. Marriage is not control, but understanding. When couples don't agree on children, health, and beliefs, it could lead to conflict like this, like what we are seeing here. I want to ask you a question. Do you think this marriage can still go on or be saved? Or was this avoidable from the beginning? I want you to put down your answer in the comment section. Are you seeing me for the first time, or you've been watching without subscribing? Kindly subscribe to this channel. We have something very important. Sorry that we had a break for some time because of other things I was doing. I am fully back here to bring to you back to back beautiful marriage issues and things that can make your relationship grow. I want you to kindly subscribe to my channel. Share this video to your friends if you really enjoyed it, and never skip coming here every 3 days in a week. I am fully back, like I said. Love you. See you then. God bless you. Bye-bye.